fear of the unknown. Then you will know which way to go, since you've never been this way before. Joshua 3:4. Do you have fear of the unknown? If so, then you know how nerve-wracking it can be. Fearing the unknown can cause us to live on pins and needles as we spend precious energy anticipating the worst-case scenario. There are two problems with this type of fear. Number one, the fear is not here. Number two, the fear is not ours. While the future may be out of our hands, it's not out of the hands of an adequate and trustworthy God. When we face a worse unknown situation, we can look to Joshua as an example. It's recorded in the first chapter of Joshua that before Moses died, God passed the baton of leadership to Joshua. The Israelites had been wandering in the desert for 40 years under the guidance of Moses. Now their journey was almost over. Just beyond the Jordan River was their promised land, the land that God guaranteed to Abraham and his descendants. Upon reaching the Jordan River, Joshua and the Israelites set up the camp by a stream and awaited God's direction. Much like their meeting with the Red Sea, God had to make a way for them to cross over the river. On the third day, God told the officers to instruct the people that when they saw the Ark of the Covenant, where God's peace abided, to follow it because they had never passed this way before. In essence, God was saying, "Follow me and I'll see you through this unknown territory." That's not all. The people were instructed on how closely they should follow the Ark. Without this instruction, the people would have crowded the Ark, and God wanted every person to be able to see his presence ever faithfully leading them through this unknown territory. What greater encouragement could they have than this? That the Lord was their God, a God was with them. You see, the Lord understands our fear, and he realizes that you may be in a situation you've never passed through before, and you're afraid. It may be the first time you've been without employment. Maybe you've just been diagnosed with an illness, or your child is in rebellion. You've never been down this road before, and you don't know which way to go or what to do. God will guide the way. Joshua's life was unpredictable and full of unknowns, much like yours and mine. Yet he successfully resisted fear by keeping his focus on God rather than the events surrounding him. Just as God guided the way the Israelites through this unknown territory, he will guide you and me too. When we come to a place we've never passed through before, God is always present to help us. Even though the children of Israel were not told how they would move over the river, the people went forth in faith. We too can move forth in faith, sharing in the promised presence of God, leading the way through our unknown circumstances in this new year, 2010. Thank you.